PMA, what's up? It's your boy Mizzy Miz. Listen, we back. We doing something a little bit different today. We're going to drop this audio-only episode today. We figured it's a perfect time because guess what? Today's Juneteenth. June 19, 2020, officially 155 years since, our people back in Galveston finally figured out a couple years late that they was emancipated. So you know what? We recorded this episode last year, season 1, around about this time, around about Juneteenth celebration with a special guest. We talked a lot of knowledge, man, a lot of history, a lot of stuff that we need to know, that us black people, you know what? That all people, we need to know the knowledge because guess what? Knowledge is power. So I want y'all to sit back, relax, get you a drink, suck in the energy, the knowledge that we about to give y'all. Learn something, teach something. Knowledge is power, people.
From the 215 to 302, we kick some facts and talk the news. We keeping it real while acting a fool. So pardon my arrogance and let me holla at you.
PMA, what's up, man? We back for another episode. Another fire, ultra arrogant episode. What's up with you over there, B?
Jess, you already know who this is. This is Jonala. I'm taking Q's spot because he's a bum.
Yeah, man, the boy Q couldn't make it, man. So we got the honor to have Chanala in the building. Now, you heard it in the intro.
It's Chonala.
Look, man, I call you what I want to call you, brother.
Don't get beat up.
Listen, man, we ain't bringing all that violence up in this joint, you know what I'm saying?
Don't get beat up.
This ain't the day for it anyway, because you know why? I got knowledge on my brain today, man.
Yes, I have knowledge of don't get beat up. Anyway, go ahead and introduce our case.
Well, first I want to let the people know something that's been on my brain. We recorded an episode recently talking about parenting, some of the problems in the world, and one of the things that we didn't really get to discuss was that knowledge, at the end of the day, is one of the keys to the world. It's one of the ways that I think if you preach knowledge, if you garner knowledge, you can put yourself in a better position to succeed in the world. So it's something we should probably be passing down to the youth. So we didn't really get to talk about that too much. So I thought, you know what? Perfect opportunity, man. Let's talk knowledge.
Let's talk knowledge.
Because at the end of the day, knowledge is power. It's a motto, a part of my arrogance.
He has the tattoo on his arm to prove it.
Knowledge is power.
Power.
So I said, why not bring in somebody that's extremely knowledgeable? You know what I'm saying? Somebody that has learned a little bit and can tell a little bit.
Get on with the introduction.
This ball hair. Listen, man, I want to introduce a very, very knowledgeable brother. Very well-versed brother. Former co-host of the Diamond Tips podcast.
The Diamond Tips podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We
got in the building, Qutta.
Qutta!
Yo, what's going on, PMA fans?
What's going on, Qutta?
This is the guy, brother. Yeah, thanks for the introduction, fellas.
Of course, it's long overdue.
I'm honored.
Overdue.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you could make it. Like we say, we want to talk about knowledge today. Knowledge is power. It's a key to the world. It's a key to success. We believe it. You believe it. A lot of us in the world believe it. But then there's a portion of the world that's missing it. They're missing the piece that knowledge is, I can't say no better, it's fucking power. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The more you know, the better position you're going to be in. You know what I mean? You have a bigger, what's the word? You have a bigger sampling size.
A bigger trident.
God damn it. This motherfucker hairball. Listen, you have a bigger sampling size.
A bigger Wakanda.
Of the world and of situations. You know what I'm saying? So we want to talk today about history.
History.
You know what I'm saying? The things that we've done in the past, we should try to learn from. Because history does what?
Always repeats itself.
It's basically a blueprint Your past is a blueprint to your soon future. I may have said it, or maybe it was Q. I think it was Q. He said it in Prisoners of Habit. If you keep recreating your past, you'll keep producing the same future. So comes full circle like a Wakandan shield. You will repeat your past.
Well said, good brother.
Yeah.
Well said, good brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know, so we want to get into it today. Qutta, I know that you listen, man. Let me just say one thing. So I've known this brother for quite some time, man. And you know, when I first met him, I used to see him every day with the headphones in. You know, just locked in, just locked in. So one day I said, "Yo, brother, what you doing, man? I see you all the time just locked in. What you got going on over there?" So he told me, you know, listen to audiobooks, you know what I'm saying? In the middle of reading something. So we talked and we rapped, and before you know it, I found out that, damn, you know, Mizzy Miz is a arrogant motherfucker. And I feel like I'm the smartest man in the world. You know, I say it a lot, you know. We get into some beefs about it sometime. But I think that I'm the smartest man in the world. You know, a lot of people got problems with that, but I just think that. So then I meet this brother, and then I realize, well, shit, I guess I'm wrong, because this, you know, this brother got so much knowledge that it's like, damn, he's enlightening me, enlightening others, and when you find out that it's a tool to use, it becomes a weapon. So you know, I want you to harness your weapon, man.
Yeah.
I want you to give us some knowledge of some things.
That was well, that's one of the other reasons too that, you know, why I love to study this stuff, because it's to share. It's to share. I feel like what I get into, like, we're going to talk about what I get into, but I gotta share, because that's nothing but love and unity and bringing it up together and then lifting everybody that comes near.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you hear the voice, I'm going to be saying something positive with knowledge. Constantly.
I can dig it.
Constantly.
I can dig it, because, you know, we preach positivity, you know what I mean? Positivity breeds positivity.
Good, is it?
Good vibes only. You know, we preach it. So, listen, so I want you to tell us, let me ask you a question.
Yeah. What you got?
What do you think is one of the most radical teachings that you've seen that was different for you, that opened your eyes to something different, and you had no, like, you know what I mean? It was totally left field for you. Then you found out, oh shit, it's true though. That's crazy. Just some wild left field shit.
Well, that just brings me to the Bible area. It's gotta be like, see, when you get to talk about religion, people start getting a little fidgety and
right
moving around.
Yes, that's true.
It's real personal. But a lot of the stuff started coming in with when I started finding out more and more about the Bible, was kind of leaning on information that was shaky at best.
Okay.
It was almost like if Alex Jones was back 2,000 years ago and we following his blueprints,
okay,
you know, and you know, everything he says is off the wall.
Yeah, suspect.
Yeah.
Wow, suspect.
Yeah, there's no real facts. But you know, when you start figuring out, oh, where's the real facts at? Where did Moses cross the Red Sea at? Where is this, you know, where's Noah's boat and stuff like that? And then you start looking down, you start saying, none of that stuff I couldn't find. And so, like, that's what really started pulling me out. Saying, man, how much of this stuff is facts? Right. And that was drilled in my head as a young boy.
Yeah, you grew up in church, right?
Yeah. So that, like, when you have no choice, it's hard to try to kind of pull your way into, you know, thinking something else, because as soon as you go to the other side, it's pure evil, according to the church.
Right.
So, church tell you, the devil over there.
It's no gray area at all.
Nah.
I have a quick question for you, Qutta.
Yeah.
Did you realize that you just loved history, or it's just something you picked up randomly?
Well, I was a devout Christian, and if you believe anything in the Bible, you know it's nothing but history. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got started into it. Yeah. So, but it was always to know the truth, no facts.
Okay.
And that's why I preach, because everybody always, talked to was like, yeah, this is the truth, the way, the light. And so, that's what I wanted to be. I want to be on the right side, true side.
Yeah.
And that's full of history.
Yeah.
You ever have conversation with your mother about it?
Yeah.
How did that turn out?
Not good. I'm not going to go into details, but it's not good.
It reminds me of the summer of 19, what was it? It was something. I mean, my mother, she popped me with a spear for talking at a turn. So imagine a mother who's mad, who's very religious, and her son is questioning all their beliefs.
Yeah. It's a good thing that you're in the United States with that, too. Other countries could get a little weird.
Oh, in Uganda, you lose your hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's some of the severe punishments around the world? I know we see caning.
Yeah.
What's that? Singapore?
Caning, Singapore.
Kind of crazy.
That was for having some, ganja on you, a little marijuana.
Right.
Gotta get caned.
Right.
It's a little weird.
A little weird. You got a little herb in your pocket, but they're going to beat your ass with a big-ass stick?
Yeah. It's a little sick. In Iran.
Is that a punishment? You get beat with sticks?
Yeah.
I'd rather get pushed by a spear. Yes, I know. Seeing your brother get stabbed makes you not want to repeat that same mistake.
Yeah, I would think that's a pretty harsh fucking punishment.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I didn't grow up in Wakanda.
Now Ponala is with the cat god.
Oh. That's Bass.
Okay.
I lost my brother
Bass.
because he forgot to wear shoes. And mother does not play that.
Yeah, man. Listen, look. Let's get back to the get back.
Back to the history.
Let's get back to the get back. Because you know what? I got a question for you, Qutta.
Yeah.
I know you read a lot of books, brother.
Yeah.
Like a lot of books. How many books would you say you've read in your lifetime? Just rough estimate, man.
Around 80, 90.
Shit.
Could be a little bit more. I would say, around 80, 90.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's so,
That doesn't matter if the books are big, so it's like it might be a mad pages.
right.
So those 89 that he read, in comparison, someone would have read close to over 100 books.
Okay.
So if all the books look like yellow pages,
Yeah.
then
Right.
80 is way
And
a lot of material to read.
Brother, one of the things that I look at is the content that you're receiving when you read these books. I don't really read a lot of books myself. I'm more of a researcher and an excerpt reader and a put togetherer. You know what I'm saying? If I come up with something or I hear something, I'm gonna research it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna find out the truth behind it, get as many sample sizes as possible, figure out, oh shit, okay, so this was this, that was that, boom, boom, boom. So the more you read, the more you learn, the more you know. And I know you carry a lot of knowledge. What would you say is like a great book for me to read if I just want to change some thoughts that I got in my world? I want to learn something different about the world.
Well, all right. Well, I mean, I would say go into a little bit more detail about what you're really searching for. Because when you're a seeker, you're going to be seeking whatever you truly want to see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to head up, like when the early pioneers was like, yo, I want to head out west. And then they had to map the stars. You know what I'm saying? They got to really understand, hold on, we ain't never traveled here.
Right.
So we got to make sure we are headed west. So they had to focus on that. So that's what I'm saying. You got to focus in on a little bit about what you would really want to check out. I started checking out the history of man because I found out, the whole Adam and Eve story just didn't seem to add up. Adam and Eve and two sons populated the world, so we had issues.
So you ain't feeling that Adam and Eve theory? Nah,
not Adam and Eve. I mean, you gotta have this. Where the ladies at? It's a sausage party.
Message.
And then here, you start learning more about where man come from.
Okay,
and so like that. So that dove me into some science.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Learn all the different versions of humans that existed.
Mm-hmm.
Homo sapiens, sapiens, Homo habilis, the Australopithecus, I think I said that wrong. But, that was the very first form of man.
Okay.
And that was a female. So, you start seeing what, science has. And that's the only really opposite, option.
Okay.
Is if you're not going to, because you could do, hey, I went to one religion. Maybe I'll jump to another one and I won't have the same problem. But usually when you jumping into different religions, you're going to have the same issue.
Yeah.
The difference with science is you getting straight up facts, and you will have different opinions on science. Right. Or different views, but all of them usually get pushed down or backed by, verified peer review studies.
Correct.
And so you got a lot of other groups talking about it, and they'd be like, well, we tried to test it to work, and this is what it is. So you can always see it. When it comes to other religions, you don't know what you get.
Fascinating.
So,
right.
Very fascinating.
I think you was telling me about a book. What is it? The African Unconscious. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good read, right?
Yeah. This is by Dr. Ed Bynum.
Okay.
And I haven't read this book in a while, but this goes into the African consciousness of the plant of every human.
Okay.
So all humans came from out of Africa. All right.
Facts.
So you got the Nile Valley. Everybody can't see it right now, but I'm showing a map of Africa.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
What is your theory on that every continent was connected?
I believe that happened. Yeah. It truly fits the models.
So did it all start in Africa or these previous continents? So
one thing about all the minerals that seem to pop up in Africa first. So it looks like it was one of the first lands to pop up out of the water.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then, but it doesn't look like the Pangea model doesn't look like what Africa looked like now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It was a lot bigger.
Yeah, it was. It was all
bigger.
one landmass, and Pangea is kind of generic because there was, if you want to say, there's a lot of Pangeas.
Yeah.
The world's been here for a long time.
Right.
So, I would say, if you just with all the minerals, you're talking like billions of years old. Yeah. Africa's most likely the first one out.
Been around for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? I think that one of the things that I really want to get into is things not to repeat, because history, right, is, we talked about it earlier in the show, history is very, very interesting. It's very scientific. So anytime you took a science class, you do experiments. If you get the same result from different types of experiments doing the same type of thing, then, data proves that that's right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And from history, we got to learn from it to make sure that we're not going to repeat it, because it just keeps repeating itself. Mm-hmm. So the things that went wrong in the world, the things that we've done wrong in our lives, we got to try not to repeat them to set ourselves and the future generations up for success. Yep. What are some of the things you think in history that just is like, shit, let's never do that again?
Yeah. Well, number one is never turn your back on the poor.
Message.
I don't know how many revolts, coups, takeovers, rebellions didn't happen because governments got too cocky and decided that they weren't going to listen to their people anymore.
Right.
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah. And it happened recently within the last 100 years with World War II.
Yeah.
The Germans made a mishap. They started messing with their money, and then they got a strong man in there and destroyed everything.
Yeah, take it all out.
Same with Italy. So with Mussolini, he gave all the power to all the corporations, made them into the Senate. So that's the beginning of fascism. Right. That's the guy that started it all. And then so if you was in capitalism, so all the corporations became your senators.
Okay.
What the fuck is that? So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's not freedom.
Yeah, no.
And so we're doing that now with all the lobbyists.
Yeah.
So
it's a little wild crazy out there right now.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
You got corporatists going on right now. We have corporate judges. We have Trump is a corporate president. Anybody's a Republican is a corporate.
He is an orange president.
Right.
He's very orange.
So I'm not trying to get too political on here, but this is facts. This is what they do.
Yeah.
And so
the repetition is strong throughout history, and in many failures of the world. You could just, you know what I mean? It always ties back 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It ain't. That's unmissable, man.
It's non-complicated, and we still turn our back on the poor. I don't know how many people how many homeless we have, how many unfed here, how many cities are in decay, right? And all these stuff's happened before. We've seen countries crumble.
We talk about I'm big on history, like, so I like to go back and just really analyze like societies that was great, societies that failed, you know what I'm saying? Like ancient Rome. I think it's interesting. Ancient Rome, the shit obviously is very factual. Yeah. And I think it's just interesting the society they had and the similarities to them in their society to what we've been living in for a little while now. Some of the similarities are very, very interesting, and we've seen ancient Rome's downfall. You know what I mean? We talk about it often. What do you think about some of those similarities between ancient Rome and some of the problems we got going on currently?
Well, one of the things that Rome before Caesar came down and crossed Rubicon, Rome was a elected republic. Okay, so you could vote, you could pick your own leaders and go on from there. After Caesar came down, he crossed Rubicon. He got I can't remember the king at the time. What was his name? I think I'm gonna say Pompey. Okay, I believe it was him, Pompeo. And then he kicked him out. And then next thing you know, you had a strongman dictator. Ever since then, it became a dictatorship, or kingship. So then that leader was, he wasn't dropping power; it was passed on. And since then, Rome started declining right after that.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Hey, Miss. Yeah. Haven't you said you want to rule their world? You want to take over their world?
That's a fact.
That's very dictatorship.
Listen, no,
and it's going to crumble. Listen.
Listen. Let's be 100% clear. I want to rule the world. I don't give a fuck if I'm a tyrant. I'm already a tyrant, so I want to fucking keep ruling in the way that I rule.
Tell the history of the dictatorship.
Yeah, I know what the fucking end result gonna be, but it's still gonna be fun to rule the world.
Someone needs to take you out.
If you say so, good brother. Back to the man.
Hold on a second, Miz. I do want to say there is a good news story for one that tried to take over the whole world, Genghis Khan.
It's called Animaniacs. Kind of good news. The brain. That's who did it. He's Pinky. I'm the brain, unfortunately.
What do you think about Genghis Khan? Yeah, because that was interesting.
Yeah, well, he was a very witty brother. Right. I mean, he has 214 million descendants right on this earth right now.
Crazy! Oh my goodness, that is wild bananas.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wait. He was fucking like that.
Yo, on another level. On another level. Yeah.
If Q is related, he looks a little Genghis Khan.
Might have a little of that arrogance in him.
Yes.
One crazy story about that. The Genghis that came up onto, I can't remember the Islamic city he came up on. It was like in the Iraq area. He rolled up on him with his horse army, right?
Right.
And first of all, it came down. He sent his diplomat out. He told the Islamic governor there, "Hey, look, I'm just let you know, I'm getting ready to take over this area. Submit,
run it, B."
Yeah. And the guy, he said, "Here, this is my diplomat. Don't disrespect him. He's like me. He's me. You know what I mean? To you.
He's an extension.
Yeah. So then, what the Islamic dude do? Chop boy head off, sent him back. He sent his whole crew back, but the main dude head chopped off.
Oozing arrogance.
So
he's like on full fuck it mode.
Oh, he was
like, what? You? How dareth you, motherfuckers? Send that head back over there.
Real shit.
I fucks with that a little bit. I fucks with the message.
Hey, that's what he did.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you want to like his story.
Let's hear it.
At number 2, had another diplomat come out. Right? Genghis was like, "Yo, man, I see what you did to my boy. I'm gonna forgive you. Do what I said, and we'll be fine."
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Oh, wait. That's full nuttery. Yeah. That's a full nuttery.
Of the nuttery.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So round 2, home Islamic governor was like, yo, slice his head off, send him back. Man, this Genghis Khan nigga don't know the fuck, you know what I mean? He's like that. You don't know who you dealing with. So, Genghis Khan came down with 100,000 of his crew, which was a strong army, horse army, fastest army in the world at the time.
Right. Decided
to kick down the door.
Waving there for.
Yeah, kicked down
all
the
you
door.
heard was Connie, don't hit him no more.
Kicked the council door because homeboy thought he was safe inside his walls.
Right.
Yeah, he got all that knocked down. They stormed the whole city. They doing now. These Mongols. You know, they ain't really nice. Yeah, they kind of remind me of the Dothraki. They come through, they slicing, they raping, they doing whatever. But when they seen the governor, they corralled him, brought him over to the head general in there.
Right.
Grabbed my man by his arms and legs. Hey, yo, you know what I mean? They started torturing him a little bit. Then they sat my man down, head side like this. And they had some heated silver. They took all the silver they had in the town, heated that joint up,
right,
and poured it in his ears.
Oh shit!
Yo,
whoa! That's Dothraki.
That's Dothraki.
Poured it in his ears.
Pouring gold.
They said the witnesses said they heard the screams throughout the city,
bro.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yo, Genghis Khan is real. I got way more Genghis Khan stories.
That's some gully shit.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, take this hot shit in your ear, pussy.
Yo, he gave up, right?
That's what she said. Zingo.
Yo, Zingo.
Motherfucker.
I told them at the tribe meeting I was going to say that joke.
You bringing it tonight,
boy. Yeah.
This motherfucking Chanala over here.
Yo, man.
Jonala.
Oh, man.
Say it correctly.
I call you what I call you, brother.
You about to call a cab when I toast your ass.
What?
Oh, that?
Why you?
I'm sorry. I forgot where I was.
Why your Black Panther suit look all fucking baggy over there?
Hey, man.
Like, why that shit ain't fit you snug?
They don't give us food. What do you not understand? T'Challa's giving me nothing. So, of course, my suit would be a little baggy in the back. They call me Flat Booty Chonala.
Oh, man. Look, man. Cut the nut shit. I don't need to hear all that shit. I'm about to kick you the fuck about the studio. You keep it the fuck up. Shit.
I will be quiet for the time being. Just so I don't have to kick your ass.
Here we go, man. I'll break that spear off in any fucking way. Yo, man. Let's get back to some more knowledge, though, man.
Yeah.
So Genghis Khan was a wild, beastly motherfucker.
Yeah. And he conquered from modern day, where you say Korea, all the way over to Poland area. Yeah, all the way down into the northern parts of Iraq.
He ran that shit from left to right.
Ran it.
Korea over? That's the whole shit.
Yeah.
That is the whole shit.
Does he have a movie out? Is there a movie about him?
He might have some movies out.
Who would you get to portray him?
Who would I have?
What actor
right
would
now,
you have
Jason Momoa. What's his name? Jason Momoa, the guy that played Aquaman. I'd have him play him.
He gets all their manly ass roles.
Yeah, I would have him. Oh, he play a good Genghis Khan. Yo, he would. And then I would pick somebody, his grandson. Huh?
Bautista.
Nah, because he's not a savage anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But
that Mongol was savage.
I seen an interview with Jason, and he was the nicest guy ever.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, he seemed wild cool.
Yeah.
Wild cool.
Yeah, no doubt.
Was it Jason Momoa?
Something like that.
Boy,
yeah.
He seemed wild cool.
I feel like
man.
a movie that if they make a movie like that, it will sell out. Like, it would probably be a good movie.
Man, if they did, well, that's what I like about Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is doing, that's basically English,
right,
French, little German history, all spun together. It's mainly and Scots, of course, but it's So all they did was characterize it,
right,
put a spin on it.
Yeah, I think that's dope. You know what I mean? When you go back to them ancient medieval times, it's some interesting shit that went on.
Yeah.
Castles and all that shit. It was some interesting times.
Yeah, savagery was not off limits. Yeah,
right.
You could do whatever you want.
Chop a motherfucker head off like it ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I told you how we would run. Spear.
Spear that.
Spear in their rear. Spear in the rear. In the rear. In the rear.
All right, so listen, man. I really want to get in. You know, we didn't jump to. We talked about a couple different time periods, and one in particular that I really enjoy, and I really find very. I don't even know what's the word, because it's like when you get a little bit fascinated, enthralling, and then so curious, you just want to know more about it. That's something that it really rings bells. The ancient Egyptian period. Shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. A lot that we see direct derivatives today. Like, what you got to say about the ancient Egyptian period?
Well, one of the great things I love about the Egyptians is their ingenuity, their longevity.
Wait, hold on. I thought the Hebrews built their pyramids.
Well, that's a misnomer. I'll say, and it came from the Bible, and it's, that's all I have to say about the pyramids, which is one of the greatest and longest lasting structures to ever be built, and also one of the biggest by with no machinery.
Right.
Talking about the Pyramid of Giza.
Yeah.
And there's over 300 pyramids in Egypt.
Right.
1,200 all the way down if you go through the whole Nile.
Now, how they did the things is like famous cities near the pyramids, like close, like Cairo.
Yeah. You have Cairo. That's the capital. Then you have all the other.
It's close to the pyramids though. Like it's not that far. Like for a camera,
the pyramids aren't that far. No, the pyramids are in Cairo.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where Giza's
that's what they said. The movie, The Pyramid of Giza, was in. The Cairo.
Yeah.
Cairo. Okay, so the movie. So I guess they were not forging their truth.
Nah, not on that one.
He was keeping it a little bit because
I hope there's no Imhotep. I hope.
No Imhotep.
I'll get every cat in my area.
But Imhotep did exist.
Yeah, Imhotep. Yes,
right.
Imhotep did. He was an advisor to Pharaoh Zoser. That was one of I think it's called the pre-kingdom times, and that's for some reason they call it pre-kingdoms or pre-dynasty. Yeah, that's what it is, pre-dynastic.
Okay,
and the kingdoms are broke down by dynastic periods: pre-dynastic, dynastic 1, 2, 3, and then the final one. And he was that was the first one advisor, Imhotep, and he's the first one to come up with surgery, mathematician. He came up with geometry.
Right.
He had the writing and the he had that. Well, he didn't come up with writing, but he came up with the formulas to set everything up that they was working on. And one of the first pyramids they worked on was Saqqara, and that's the bent pyramid.
Okay.
And it just wasn't right on at first, but you could see they worked through, and you can see they worked. Which is another weird reason why the Bible would say that Hebrews built it when the Egyptians said everything that they did, and they show everybody that's buried at them, and they show everything that's done there. The Bible is very vague and going into the details about how it's done, how it's put together.
Okay. Wow.
So when you see Imhotep, he built that with Pharaoh Zoser. And that was, like I said, one of the first kingdoms.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And Imhotep was a very wise teacher. And this is the god they put after him is they say is Thoth. And you should call him, the natives will call him Jehudi, not Thoth.
Jehudi?
Yeah, Jehudi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what the ancestral or Africans used to call it. Yeah.
Now let me ask you, Imhotep. Was he the one that first put it out there? The theory of orbit and how to
constellations.
Now I'll be honest, I haven't came across that yet.
Okay.
There's a lot of time period for Egypt. I haven't come across it yet, but it is in the Dendara, the right on top, right in the temples. You can see the astrology map that they have up there. So they knew about the stars. They knew about mapping the
How the hell did
astronomy.
they know that How the hell did they know that?
Yeah,
There's no telescopes.
Yeah, that's all they did was watch the sky. Like when you start studying them,
astounding.
Yeah, they start talking about. You start seeing their gods up there, and that's the beginning of astronomy right there. And then they start keeping the details on what's going on here day and night, and then that's when you start having Heru Maket, which is the real name of the Sphinx. And they lined up perfectly with the pyramid for the sun to come in, and that was the god Ra for Egyptians.
Yeah, I definitely heard him before.
Yeah, which is necessary for all to exist. So that's where you start getting the beginnings of having us higher beings and things of that nature.
Is the whole thing Hamun-Ra?
Hamun-Ra?
Is it Hamun-Ra?
Nah, but you do have a lot of double names when it comes into Egyptian the gods and how they speak to each other and what they talk about. They do add different parts because they speak on the gods and everything. That's why the name of the language is called Metu Neter, which is the word of God, which I've heard before about called this. They call the Bible the word of God.
Okay, right.
But that's where we first hear that. The Metu Neter is based off principalities, or not principalities, but principles of reality. You know what I'm saying? So they're all aspects of something that's going on.
Right.
So there's no true God per se. It's like it shares your part in the universe. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a center point.
Okay.
This is where you at, and this is what you need to strive to be. And this is where, if you don't go there, then you're going to fail here. And this is where you're going to go by going downward. And that's what I love about learning about this type of understanding of the world, because it puts kind of a duality in it. You know, everything's you're either going to be operating out of love or fear. So that's the only two energies really going on. And when you're scared, you want to start making.
Yeah, your decisions are shit.
Yeah, you're distracted. You got that fight or fight mode. Right. And you're not really.
Fight or flight.
Yeah, you're not really focused. And so, but if you staying on the love side, then you can start running with wisdom, understanding, truth. You know what I'm saying? And those are all growth.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, and unity. That's another one. There's nothing but nuggets.
Yeah.
Nuggets of gold.
Because at the end of the day, like we say, knowledge is power. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see the history in the past. You see what, what it's done.
Yeah.
And like we say, you can learn from it. You know what I'm saying? You can build on it and improve upon it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Full circle.
Yeah.
It always comes back to disrespect.
Yeah. It's wild. But you need to know these things, because when can you adjust it? When can you change it? When do you, or you just realize man, school's really falling behind. So it's a struggle.
It's crazy because all the stuff you are saying, they won't teach in regular schools.
Nah.
They won't tell us nowhere near what this is.
Right.
They'll teach us basically blacks were not in power, but you say the most powerful man is the world was who?
Mansa Musa.
Yeah.
I know you've mentioned that name to me. We've had deep conversations about Mansa Musa.
That's what I was getting at.
And some of the things that you told me that I went in cross-referencing, I'm a cross-referencer.
Yeah.
And then when I hear these things, it's like, wow, shit, caught me off guard. Tell the people a little bit about Mansa Musa, because this is a very interesting one for me.
Yeah. See, now, Mansa Musa, another thing going to how, black people aren't, educated. Black people aren't smart enough to do this or do that. They can't be rich, and they always squalor the land. Then you find out, you go in history and you find out the richest man to ever live was a black man. A black man. And it's surprising.
Uberly rich.
Yeah. He's sitting on a mountain of gold. And in the depictions, they say he didn't have any buildings. They say he lived out of tents. I find that hilarious.
Yeah, a little odd.
It was during the medieval time. Like, they had buildings, dog.
Yeah, they had buildings. So it's a little odd.
Yeah.
When you're rich, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to explain nothing.
Right. Now, this guy, he was Muslim. So he had to do a pilgrimage over to the Mecca. Mm-hmm. So he's in Mali. So you guys know it's a long distance.
Yeah.
He has a carriage almost 200 camels long, and they pouches are full of gold.
Right.
And his caravan goes from where he's at all the way over to the Mecca. He was dropping so much gold off when he got passed through Egypt to go through the Suez that he changed their economy. He devalued the money there.
Right. So he dropped it like it's hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Take that. Diddy style and shit.
That's right. Changed up the whole lifestyle. And he was doing that everywhere he went, dropping gold.
Mm-hmm.
He did it so much that the European, I'm going to send you the pictures. I think I sent you a couple of them. The European artists decided to draw a picture of him holding up gold and made him enlarged in the area. Now, this is during the time. Now, that's another thing, too. That's during the time of the Moors.
Right.
Moors was there. So they knew who to respect.
Mm-hmm.
Timbuktu, that was also, that was right around the corner from Timbuktu. I know you guys heard of Timbuktu.
Yeah, absolutely.
The history on Timbuktu, that's where all the wise masters used to come in and study at for the longest time. Right there in Africa.
A port of knowledge.
Yeah. That's where they used to come in at. And so you got a lot going on over there, man. And Mansa Musa, Ivan Van Sertima, he speaks on him sending out of ships to quite a few ships actually.
About Mansa? About Mansa sending out ships?
Mansa Musa, yep.
Okay.
Sending out ships with his brother on one of them. His brother actually came into the Delaware area. Y'all can believe that.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, he came into the Delaware area. They named the area Moortown.
Really?
We still have a Moortown Road.
Moortown Road here in Delaware.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's still here.
Wow.
Yeah. It's wild. I remember talking to Butter about that, man, and I was just like, man, this is deep.
Yeah.
It was the first time I ever studied history and it came out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it really spoke to you like that. Well, damn.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
Right around the corner.
I know this brother now.
Yeah, right. And then it also shows them going over and doing trades with natives and Hispaniola and all these other places. And they was like, so you see, they was doing stuff over here. I would always look and see, like, where in the world does any black people do anything good in history? And I kept looking, and I was like, I can't find nothing. And then I was always told that Egypt was Arab or white. And so I never even paid attention to them like that. So when I started looking, I was like, oh, they was indigenous Africans. I was like, hold up now. This is what I was looking for.
Something ain't adding up.
Yeah, it didn't add up. Yeah. And then, I started going through the temples and started seeing, like Malcolm said, he seen my people in there.
Right.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that is what he said.
And then you start going.
Mecca.
Yeah.
He went to Egypt.
Yeah.
Things got different.
They damn sure did, yeah. And then when he you go and you look and then you say, hold on now, and the people say they come from the Nile and they come from the Mountain of the Moons. You know what I'm saying? Mountain of the Moons is Kilimanjaro.
Right.
So how can they be anything but African if they say they come from African? They say Asar brought up the first crew, brought them up out of the mountains of the moon. So Asar, the man. And when I was speaking about the gods in here,
right? Yeah,
that was the first one. Now they say I get some contradicting stuff because I think some of it's Egyptologists.
Okay,
but the indigenous writings say Asar was the first one. So I'm thinking they did something kind of like with Asar, like they did with Imhotep. Where they kind of made him into a god and they just left him there to immortalize him. No different than how Martin Luther King is over there in DC right now as a statue, or Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They left this in your mind and he's like, yo, this is the model of a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think they did with that. But yeah, man. So when I found out they was all African, I was like, hold up. Now we got African kings. And then another thing happened. I started finding out that Africans were in Europe.
Really?
Yo.
Right.
And then I started seeing Africans in Europe. I was like, oh, and now they was the Moors.
Yeah. The Moors get, it's funny. Let me just sidebar for a minute.
Yeah.
Because in history, in current history and TV history, look, even on TV and in movies today, the Moors still get painted improperly.
Yeah.
It's very, very confusing to me. The shit is right there.
Yeah.
It's plain and simple.
Right.
If you fucking do some research on the Moors,
right,
you're going to lead to the same fucking answer.
Yeah.
But for some reason, modern day television and movies seem to want to keep painting them the wrong fucking way. It's wildly weird to me.
Yeah,
like, you think we stupid?
Yeah, right.
Like,
right,
really?
Right. The only thing I gotta say about it is because they did have it was both races there.
Right.
So it was the Arabs, but it was the Africans too. Islam came from the south. It didn't start up there in Spain. I don't know how they going to think of that. It didn't start there. And so when you had kingdoms there for almost 800 years, 700 years,
a long ass time.
Yeah, it was a long time.
You can't just skip that shit,
right?
Like, sample size be 800, like sample size.
They still left one of their they knocked down many of their castles, but they still have one up, the Alhambra. It's still over there in Spain. They had to leave it up because they liked the artistry. It was all the geometry and all it was a nice. So they had to keep it up. But there's proof, man. There's more than enough proof about them and how they was African. All their art, the lessons they left. They had. That's the reason why we have universities now. Is because of how they set that up. They say the first ones was in Salem, Spain. That was one of the first universities that came up, and then started going from there.
And that was from the Moors.
Yeah, from the Moors time. Yep. And they also brought over chess.
Right.
So you got, and they brought over a lot of other stuff. Well, I'm not going to go all into detail with the Moors, but and they did have some swapping of the kingdoms where the white Arabs had some time there as kings, and they did. That happened. Right. They went back and forth, just like every other country. And like I said, that was during the Moors' time. When the Moors lost their kingdom, that was in 1492. What else happened in 1492?
That's an interesting year.
Yeah.
How the song used to go? In 1492, Columbus sailed to shut the man.
Right.
Fuck out of here, man.
The queen just got the keys back to the kingdom. They just dropped the keys back. Oh, all right, man, we out. You know what I'm saying?
Hold that.
Yeah. We're going to go. Y'all won. We out. We're going to go back. And then, so, yeah. And that's what it was. And so, you got a lot going on with Mansa Musa. He's a very interesting. The Moors are interesting. Mm-hmm. You just got to go into it. You know what I'm saying? Be a seeker. Looking into this stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I think that like we said, we done said it a million times, man. Like, you got to learn from your past.
Yeah,
things can be done over and over again. The knowledge is needed out in the world, man. You got any final thoughts before we wrap it up, though?
Yeah. My one last final thought, and look, I wanted to go into religion just a little bit, but this is where I'm gonna leave you. This is the God Qutta. This is what I'm going to leave you here. Anytime any religion takes the power that you have out of you and tells you put it upon a savior, somebody outside of you, that's when you know you lost. That's when you know you losing. You need to bring that power in. Know your connection to the universe. Speak your mind. Put plans to you. You want to make sure you do a mantra with it.
Right.
Speak it. Talk about it. Say it. Make it real until it becomes real. Because it will. Because you're the creator of you and your own world and life. And if you want to see others do better and grow better, you do better, grow better, show better. That's all it is. I love y'all and had a good time.
Outstanding synopsis, Qutta. Outstanding synopsis. As always, you already know where to follow us. Pardon my arrogance on Instagram and Gmail. My_arrogance Twitter. Everything's coming shortly. We have a surprise for you coming soon. We will let you know what that is. It's going to be very, very, very astounding. But here we are, opening this door. You ought to know who it is. PMA out.
From the 215 to 302, we kicking some facts and talking the news. We keeping it real while acting a fool. So pardon my arrogance and let me holla at you.